But I probably should use it. But oh well.
Let's go to the bathroom now. Whatever.
Entertainer is there. You post.
Oh fuck! I didn't.
Oh.
Whoa! I was busy playing Uma.
Grab your B.
Okay, I'll go post now.
How's the post?
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Jason from SPTCG back again with the best ever.
Bum, bum, bum.
Was this your favorite harem slop of the season?
Of the season?
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
Was this last year?
This was last year.
Was it your favorite harem slop of 2024? Oh no, because Amagami came out 2024. Well, actually, no, Amagami's
Amagami
2025.
was this
Yeah.
year. Yeah, Amagami was...
Makeine, anime, Mal. It was probably my favorite harem slop of last year, even though it's not really a harem, but it's like.
I mean,
Do they label the harem? They don't. Yeah, there wasn't. It was 2024. Yeah, it was end of 2024. Our favorite.
Well, no one really is
about
romantically into him.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna
so far.
Join us as we talk about
But I guess
our favorite.
wasn't it competing with Alia last year?
I mean, I liked Makeine more than I liked Alia, for what that's worth.
I understand.
As an actual like show with content, I thought Makeine was like way better as a show. Alia just had Alia and Yuki in it, and it had Yuki in it, and it had Yuki in it.
Two good reasons, but especially good reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any other too big of. Okay, I guess there's also well, what's Dangers in My Heart season 2? I guess it's not a harem slop. It's Dangers in My Heart.
Oh yeah, that's just a romance. That's just a romance. Like
Rom-com.
I'm talking like I'm thinking more like the multi-girl slop.
You consider Blue Box?
That's romance. That's one of my favorite.
There's two girls.
No. That is actively one of my favorite ongoing manga though, by like a lot.
Yeah. I'm so ready. Haruno.
Me too. I'm excited. I'm excited for my teenage melodrama.
Yeah, that was some peak shit, dude.
What? Oh no, but that's what the drama in it is melodrama. It doesn't mean it's bad. Melodrama isn't bad. It's exaggerated. Yeah. Melodrama just means like it's an exaggerated drama, right?
Are you
like
telling me? Are you Forever?
Yes, I'm telling you that
wasn't your favorite.
It wasn't, but I will tell you that the no, it was not my favorite, unfortunately. but I will tell you the whole cop thing from Karuhana was extremely dramatic. but like the plotline with the kid that wanted to be a cop because his brother was a cop or whatever.
Okay,
That shit was
I can
crazy.
understand that. But before that,
That shit was. I
before that,
think the stuff with
everything
him.
before, yeah, everything that focuses on him and his girl,
Yes, him.
those are
Well,
peak.
no, him.
His
I think
family
him and his family are
peak.
like the best ones. Every other issue is very like over exaggerated teenager issue.
Yeah, it's like
But
high
I still
school
like it.
issues.
I still like it. I consumed it like nobody's business, but it is a little like, okay, this is a bit much. I'm still reading it. You got me.
I was
But
Omega Pepe Smoke when his mom talked about the past. Started crying. Good. Can't wait. I remember when it first got added to X, and then it got promptly X.
wait, which one?
Arohana.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and put it on Megadex, like released 60 chapters. I binged the shit out of it and then stopped. And then
Yep.
got removed.
I've been reading it on I was reading it on manga here for like forever until Manga Dex died, and now I just read it on Mihan, and it doesn't matter. But I do. I put in the little title for it. Spoilers. I hope your favorite isn't lemon. Her level 3 combo was
posting
like
everywhere
really bad. I'm posting. I was writing up the post. I got distracted because we were talking about other shows from that season. Post. Go. You act like I posted in more than like 3 total places, man. It's worth stream. I struggle so hard to find this fucking streams channel. Joining me once again is Kevin at Kilua. Think. And then where is Strictly Broken Discord? At Weiss. Yeah. This is Makeine. We'll post this one in card games. This is a show people actually care about. Yeah, I only post like the actual like more relevant sets in the card
telling
games.
me you don't think people?
If I could be so presumptuous.
Dude, all the card games that can love Algeria High School. Trust. Would you post Kaiju number 8 here?
I would.
I feel like Kaiju number 8 is more of a...
I know a lot of people that really... I hate Kaiju number 8 as a series, but I know a lot of people.
I still haven't seen
it. It's good for the first chunk. I thought the opening... The opening... Like the Magic Dragon song?
No, it wasn't One Magic. Look. Oh, that was the ED.
Oh, it was One Republic.
One Republic, yeah, ED. Nobody.
Yeah. I don't know the opening then. I only know it was done in English. Who did
The opening was like I see eyes. Da, da, da.
I don't think I heard it.
I won't play it.
I'm not playing AMQ enough, so.
Oh, I just sang it in karaoke. There was some weep songs that I can sing in English. So I know how to be cringe. Trying to read hiragana fast enough. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't think it's showing up for less people than for Aogiri. People love Aogiri, guys. I'm gonna do it on 4th of July. Yeah, nice long, extra long weekend. Friday, Saturday. Yeah, make up some hot dogs and do some fireworks. Red and blue stripes.
Hmm? No, I don't do anything for 4th of July usually.
Oh, you're not a patriot. Not a fellow American.
I'm not, unfortunately.
Don't worry. Bye. Are you good? Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just start. Hey guys, Kevin here from the Strictly Broken. And we are here with the best ever set review show, episode 90. Almost 100. 90% away there, only 10. Probably we'll figure out who. But that being said, this is going to be a set review on Makeine Too Many Losing Heroines. This was a romantic comedy show that aired sometime last year, featuring 3 girls who all lost, aka they're like childhood friends. You know, childhood friend never archetype. Yeah, that's like all 3. All 3 of these girls got their heart broken, and our boy Nukumizu here to sweep up and cheer them up. Basically, the premise of the show.
Why do you give a premise for this one, but you never give a premise for the other shows?
I don't fucking. I just wing it, dude. With me as always, we have Mr. Jason Matt.
Hello.
That review. I'll be reading the cards today, and he'll be rating the cards. And our rating system will be on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 cards not worth picking up. 2 stars are going to be a niche or generic text. 3 stars are going to be cards worth testing. 4 stars are going to be a good generic cards that you're going to want to have multiple copies of in every deck. Stuff like Brainstorm, Ricky, the healers. And 5 stars are going to be highlight cards. These are going to be cards you want to build your deck around. Shout out to our sponsors real quick. We have Strictly Broken and Nova TCG. Strictly Broken is a good place for North America if you want to buy English Weiss Schwarz cards, and Nova TCG is the same thing, but if you want to buy Japanese. Shout out to Weiss Tea Time for providing us with these slides. She has a very good website where you can find a whole bunch of information, such as the translations for Japanese cards, as well as a bunch of deck lists and pulling information. That being said, are you ready to start, Mr. Jason?
Sir.
Alright, we're gonna start off with the TD highlights. Starting off with 00 Karen. If you have 5 more hands, it gets plus 2 key power, and when it's placed in stage from hand, you can pay 1, discard 1. If you do, search your deck for a youth character. Drop search.
It's Miko drop search. We've seen it enough times. Oh, not Miko drop search exactly, but it's that 35 drop search profile. We've seen it enough times. It's fine. They're nice to have. It's a solid 2-star card. No real complaints if it's in your set, right?
So we have 10 Lemon. During your turn, if another youth character does get split power, so 6k on turn, 3k. And on attack, you can sack one of your other youth on stage to wait. You talk about your deck if that youth character at a hand, and it has a soul trigger. So this is 0-2 profile.
0-2 with a soul trigger. I think it's nice if you want to play any of the choice decks. There's 2 choice top ends in this set.
Choice combo.
And 2 choice level 1 combos. Wait, 2 choice? Yes.
Yeah, there's
I don't know what the other one is.
Anna has one, and
Komari? No, I think Komari has a choice combo, doesn't she? It's a bad
Anna
one.
has a double rare one.
Yeah, she has a double level 1 combo, and I think the sister has a level 3 combo
Kaju.
for double R.
Kaju not?
Yeah. No, I think Kaju only has 1 combo. I think she only has level 3 combo. I think. I might be wrong, but yeah, we'll find out. But yeah, there's like there are 4 choice CXs in the set. We will just have to see them, and you can see if you want it. I think 0-2s are pretty good though. Especially if you play shitters, obviously you can convert the shitters. I think Bang Dream as of late has shown us how strong this effect can still be, especially if the card is easily playable. And it's a good started body, so I'd probably give it a 3. I think it's like worth looking at. If choice is a good trigger in the set, then even more so.
Next, we have 00 Anna. When And you can pay 1, discard Climax. If you do, salvage Climax swap, and when it's reversed, and you're lower, you character to deck to the bottom deck.
Yeah, this is from GGO. So this is a really good profile. I really liked it in GGO, and I like it here more than likely. So I will give this a. I mean, it's the only CX swapper in the set, I'm pretty sure. So I'll give it a 4. I think CX swappers that are hard removal bombs are good. You will end up playing this in your deck, whether you want to or not. So
Actually,
I think so. There might be one, but there might be another one, but I literally don't remember it if there is.
Alright, 1-0 event counter brainstorm. If you have 2 modern characters, choose character in your waiting room, stock, then flip the top 3 cards deck, and send it in the waiting room. If all those cards are youth characters or copies of the event, blank.
Yeah, it's a puppet show from Key. This is verbatim puppet show, whereas the one for Pro Sekai was brainstorm puppet show. It was actually to hit a CX. I think this card is really strong. It was really strong in both other sets that it was in actually. And granted, one of them played really heavy into events, and the other one had the combo grabbing it. So maybe that makes this one less strong. So we'll kind of see where it goes from there. But I think as a baseline, because this has a lot of precedence of being strong, I would give this profile a 4. Obviously, it's deck speed, it's free stock. This set cares a lot about its stock, so having a card that is free stock for you is really strong. And blue is a very prevalent color in the set, so it should be pretty easy to fix for.
Alright, and that's it. Into yellow. Starting off with double rare 0-0 lemon. When it's placed on stage from hand, you may pay 1, clock top card your deck into clock. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 character, show it to your opponent, add a hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards, so it's a Ricky effect. And during this card's battle, when damage you take is not cancelled, this turn this gets plus your power, so it can be 3k on the.
Yeah, obviously Ricky, always good. We're happy to have Ricky. This is true Ricky as opposed to like the good selective clock Rickies, but whatever. I do think this card being randomly 3k during your opponent's turn is really nice, because sometimes your opponent, well, they can't just like willingly value trade into the card and just like, use their shitter because their thing's a 2k. They have to front their bigger cards into this, otherwise you might get a +2. And if this card ever +2s, I think you're living a good life. So I'm gonna give this card a 4. I think this is a really good Ricky. I think this is one of like the better Ricky profiles we've seen in a while. So
yeah,
as far
sense.
as like just third Rickies go.
Yep. This is also a good card. 0-0 Chica. If all your characters are youth, this gets plus 1k, so it's 3-5 cross turn. If you don't have another youth character, this does not stand during your stand phase. And when this card's battle opponents reversed, choose one of your other youth characters vested and backward slot. Is similar to your Camp Clean.
Yeah, similar to the UCamp Clean Cut. This card does not have a real condition. Unlike the UCamp one, where UCamp was you had to have 2 or less stock, which actually really mattered. This card is actively just an always 35 clean cut, because the second effect obviously doesn't matter unless because you're playing this card down with a clean cut, right? I guess it matters because this card's less of a good turn 1 play, unless you have another card just to play in the back row anyway, which happens more than enough. I'd probably give this card like a 3 if clean cuts are really good. I'm usually not a big fan of clean cuts, but if the set really wants it, I think it's really good to have. And obviously this is like the best kind you could have, I think.
Next, we have 1-0 Anna. During your turn, if you have 2 more youth characters, this gets 4k power, so 7k on turn. Once attacks, if you have the choice CX in your CX area and you have 2 more youth characters, look at the top X cards from your top of your deck, choose up to 1 character or an event from among them. Choose your opponent, add the hands in the rest of the playing room. Next is equal to number your back row, youth character +3, and it has a soul trigger, so it can check up to 5 and can grab events like event.
Yeah, so this card is obviously, I think it's really good. When you read it, it's like basically always going to be a check 4. Ideally, you know, at worst it's a check 3 times if you're having a really bad game, but at least the condition isn't too bad. And it's really big, being an 8k. AK Soul Trigger choice combo helps really the choice deck. I do think the one choice top end is really good, so that's pretty beneficial. But it's very boring, I guess. Safe but boring. And safe, but yeah, I mean, I'll give it a 3. I think this is like probably one of the combos you're gonna look at if you want to play a 1k1 Makeine. I don't really know if that's gonna be the best deck. And my gut says it's not, but
Who knows?
yeah, exactly. What do we know?
Next, we have 3-2 Kaju. When it's placed in stage from hand, if you're not a character, you may heal one. And when it attacks, climb its combo. If you're the choice stakes in your stakes area and you have 2 characters, you can pay 2, discard 1 card, and reveal the Hiko from your hand. If you do, deal 2 damage to opponent. That damage canceled, deal 2 damage to your opponent. If that damage is canceled, we'll take.
So this is the Kaju combo. I remember people were talking a lot about this when it first got revealed because it's pretty similar to the Emu from Project Sekai.
Or the
That card was yes, but those cards, I guess this is more analogous to Ruby, right? Ruby is deal 2, and then if it cancels, deal 2 again. Is that, did that card have, this has a 3rd instant, and that's why it's more expensive. I see.
that one was ditch 2, but cantrip is. But also
Yes, that one's
experience
ditch 2
6.
cantrip. Yeah, so this has like no real conditions outside of the cost, which isn't even that bad, honestly. It's really good at pushing 2 damage. Like, and what's nice about this card is that it's only the 2 damage that's forcing, so the 2 damage can actually chip away at a couple climax it cancels and then make it stick. I do think this card is actually like pretty good, and the cost is reasonable. There's a lot of stock charging in this set, so I think this deck hitting 10 stock is like not unreasonable at all. I was a bit worried. I think I was worried about that, and other people were worried about how, because if you don't triple this card, it's not really that good. But I think tripling this card is very strong. So I think because of that, I will give this card a 4. I think this card is like very strong and worth playing around, and it helps that the Anna and the Lemon are both also Soul Trigger level 1s to help fix the Soul Trigger curve as well.
Alright, next we have 0-0 Kaju. When it's placed in stage from hand, reveal top card deck. If it's a youth character, add a hand, discard. And when it's hand, you can discard a youth character. You do Arisu, Cowgirl.
Yeah, we had this in the last set too, right? They had an Arisu. Yeah, perfectly fine filter card, but you don't have better. It's great. If you need to find your CX, it's great. It's fine. 2 stars.
1-0 Chica. Turn, this gets plus 5k power, and when attacks, if you get a character, you can pay 1. If you do, look at top deck. On top of the deck, or into every form. Effect. If you get a deck as a character, send knock as a soul.
Yeah, just another perfectly fine like level 1 you could be playing. Is Kevin cutting out?
Am I cutting out? Probably am.
He's not cutting out for me, but you know, as we learn, Kevin's internet's been stinky.
Roach, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself ever playing this card over the other 2 because I don't really see the point of paying 1 scrying and then maybe getting your stock back. But maybe somebody likes it. But I'm probably gonna give this a 2, I guess. It's still a 6k with a Soul Trigger, I guess, at the worst.
Just trying to snipe CXs mid game. That's all.
It's very funny versus like Oshi. You watch Oshi like flip their CX off their coin flip brainstorm, and you're like, all right, put it away.
That is true. That's something. See, Audrey got a level 1 combo.
Oh, she did get the level 1 combo. Okay, so Komari must have had a level 0 door combo then, I guess.
Alright, at the start of your encore step, if you choice CX in your CX area, and this is in your front row, and you have 2 or more other youth characters, and ball crosses either has no character or reverse character, search your deck for a youth character, show the opponent add a hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. So as a Beaver Shimakaze. And then at the start of your CX phase, Resonate, you can deal the 0-0 Kazuhiko from your hand. This would be a common trope for Kaju cards. If you do, until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gains a vulnerability. During your turn, this gets plus 4 or 5 power, so it is going to be a 7k on turn, 8k with CX, and then during your opponent's turn, this gets plus 1/5 power, so it'll be 4k on the.
Yeah, so this card is. I don't think this card is very good. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's an 8K Fever Shimakaze, which is fine, but you have to resonate for it, so it doesn't really make up any of the cost on this card to me. If this was like the search one, dump one, or any of those things, maybe I'd be more inclined. But it's literally just Fever Shimakaze. It's just like it's Nino from the Capo is the card.
Here.
And that card was a 5/5 cross turn, I think. This is only granted, I guess this is a soul trigger, so that's why. But yeah, I don't think this card is it. I think you'd rather just play the Ana. So I'm gonna give this a 2. I think this is like pretty whatever. Unless you just say Kaju. Then you do you, man.
1/0 lemon during your turn. If you're not a youth character, this gets plus 1500 power. So it's 4 or 5 on your turn. And when this card's battle points reverse, if you have choose one of your other youth characters, you may return it in hand. 4 or 5 on reverse plus 1.
Yeah. I don't. It's just like, I guess it's better than Maid Asuna.
Yeah, because you inherently go plus 1, but the problem is you need to get reverse.
Yeah. So, how big is this? Is during your turn? If you have another...
It's 4 or 5.
It's only 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's
this
not
card's
that
just not
big.
big enough. I get it. It's because it's a +1. It's literally just a +1. So they can't make it that big. But I don't think this.
What you can combo this with? And
what?
combo this with the 2/0 Ana we'll talk about later.
That is really funny. But I'll give this like a 2. I'll give it a 3. I think we've never seen this before. There's a world where a card like this is good. And it could also just be pack filler.
4.5. What are you reversing with that?
Most level 0s that sit on the board during the early level 1 turns.
Your opponent who uses their level 0 to beat over your 2k
okay, look.
fence weenies.
I'm gonna red pill you right now, right? Because everybody, not you I think you understand this, but everybody that is like, they're always like, how are you gonna get reverses? How are you gonna get reverses? The red pill is when you bounce cards, people they get stupid. And they don't just put good cards there, because everybody wants value. Everybody wants their level 0 to be a good attacker. The second you open a lane and somebody's level 0 utility card can attack, it's free. They're always gonna do it. You will watch it time and time again. You crash a lane, you tie a lane, open a lane, doesn't matter. They're putting the level 0 there and they're gonna try to attack with it. Because people don't respect other people's reversing shit anymore. We're not in the world of Attack on Titan. Nobody cares. Because plussing is so free, they're just going to give it to you. Unless their deck is like a standby deck where they just build the board anyway. And even then, sometimes those decks will still have that one empty lane and they're just like, well, it's free. Free is free, man.
Okay, so what you do now, you play a 0-2, so you open a lane and your opponent plays a weenie.
The card opens the lane for you, bro. It doesn't matter. You go to 1. Your opponent is still playing the level 0s out. You play this card, you get your +1, and then every turn after they do it. And it doesn't matter. It's no dip. Because they're going to have the open lane, and they're just going to be like, oh. They're like, oh, I want that. That level 0 attack is so value. That 1/0 Sakuta attack is so value.
Yes, speaking of facts, true. Sakuta, dude, anytime I can get the value Sakuta swing in, I would.
Anytime you're going for it, man. It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying there's like either the Sakuta's gonna run my back row or he's gonna get a free swing right now.
Yeah, it's just what it is. But yeah.
Alright, next we have 1/0 Kaju. During a turn, this is placed on stage from hand. When this card's battle points reverse, you may resonate the 0/0 Kazuhiko and then rest one of your other standing youth characters. If you do, put a top card of your deck into stock, then perform the following effect. They draw one. If you do, discard one. So it's an on reverse stock charger, but you need to resonate.
Yeah. This card, I don't think this card is also very good. It's not very big. 6K. You have to resonate. Kaju's cards, it feels like they tacked on an extra effect to some of her cards because they resonate, but like the effect they tack on isn't the effect I want. I don't want to draw drop on my stock charger. I don't care.
I'd rather take an additional power than a draw drop.
Yeah, I agree. Because I wanted to make sure my blind stalkers are getting there. That was what was really good about the one in Assault Lily, was that you could just give it a bunch of extra power for resonating, and then it killed things.
All right, what'd you give this?
2.
Dos. All right, next we have 3-2 Anna. When it's placed a stage from hand, choose one of the following 2 effects and resolve it. Your opponent sends all of their stock into your deck and then shuffle your deck and then put an equal number of cards from the top of your deck into stock, so a stock shuffle. Or you draw 3, drop the 3, and then ditch the same amount of cards you draw. Draw 2, you have to ditch 2. And once attacks, you can pay 1 if you do Twin Drive. I mean, it's just a stock shuffle.
It's just a stock shuffle. So it's fine. You'll probably end up playing it if you're playing yellow. Yellow's pretty easy to splash because of the clean cut and the Ricky, and the drop search if you want to play that card. It's probably a solid 3. It's fine. It's just a 3-2 stock shuffle. But I mean, it's a little expensive, I guess. But if you're playing one of the cheaper top ends, ironically, I think Kaju doesn't want this, but.
Alright. In 0-0 Kaju, when you trigger CX, look at the top of your deck, put on top of your deck, or in the playing room, then choose one of your characters. This turn gets plus power. And as a tap salvage brainstorm, but you need to resonate. Tap self, check 3 brainstorm. Resonate.
Yeah, this card makes no sense to me, actually. This is just Kaide. But because you resonate on the brainstorm, they can give the first effect an extra 500 power, which is not good. Like, I think this card is like a 1. I don't respect this at all. I guess it is a check 3 add 1, but I'm not playing a resonate piece just to have a check 3 add 1 brainstorm.
Unless you're playing a specific resonate, but even that, no bueno. Maybe it was a brainstorm 5, then it was not. Alright, and the man himself, 0-0 Kazuhiko. Once attacks, choose one of your youth character. This turn gets plus 1500 power. And you can act, discard 1 card, then discard this card from your hand. Choose one youth character from your waiting room at the hand.
Yeah, this card is interesting. I don't know how I feel about act helmet from hand. It's kind of nice. It's kind of weird though. It's unfortunate because you want to play clean
I think it's
cut,
worse.
and this card doesn't. I think it's worse too. I think it is worse. It's like if your deck didn't have clean cut or anything in it, to where like you'd want to be inclined to play it, because I think like clean cutting helmet and stuff is really strong.
Yeah, if this is a regular helmet, and you can, the 1/5 is like huge for the clean cut.
Yeah. Because it'd be like clean cut this card, clean attack, buff your clean cut this back, hand fix after. It's really awkward just because they gave this card like a perfectly fine first effect, but then the helmet's not a real helmet effect. So it's like, a part of me, I was actually wondering if this was just like written wrong, but no, I'm pretty sure it's just right. But
I'm pretty sure it's right too because I translated this.
Yeah. They haven't eroded it since it came out, so
that's unfortunate because I think another hidden benefit of helmets, like anytime you're like worried about going overhand from a trigger, you just drop a helmet in the back row and just let it sit there.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely, I've done that plenty of times. But yeah, I'll give this a 3 because it's still part of the whole resonate thing, and if the Kaju's good, you have to play this card. So we kind of just see how that goes.
All right, 0-0 Kaju. During your turn, this is placed on stage from hand. You can attacks. You may pay 1, discard 2. If you do, search your deck for 2 youth characters. Show the opponent at a hand and shuffle your deck afterwards. So it's a double drop search on attack. Only in turn it's played. And at the start of your CX phase, you can resonate, reveal the Kazuhiko to get +1 soul for the turn.
So this card it's a double drop search first and foremost, which is fine. We like those. Those are good cards. The second effect is fine if you play the Kazuhiko. If you play the resonate deck, you'll play it. You'll get to use it probably. I'd give this card a 2. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even.
I don't know if you need the double drop search in this deck. It might be worth playing the double drop search if you play in the deck that I think me and you were talking about last week after stream, which we'll talk about when we get to it. But That's the only deck I can see that might play that, because that card has actually some like selection requirements and stuff that matter.
Okay. Next, we have 0-0 Chica. If you're a tier less stock, this gets plus 15 power, so it's a 3/5 cross turn. And when this card's battle opponent's reverse, you may send that character to stock. If you do, send a bomb card your opponent's stock to waiting rooms. The Hakuro stock removal.
Yeah. It's Hakuro. It's just Hakuro, right?
Yep, just
and Hakuro's
Hakuro.
fine. We'll give it a 2. Is Hakuro also 2 or less stock?
No, Hakuro is you can't play adventure backups.
Oh, I see.
It's a little bit worse.
Yeah, a little bit worse. I think that's still fine though. I give it a 2. That's fine.
1-0 Asami. When you use Resonate, choose one of your character. This turn gets plus 2k power. And when a CX with a choice trigger is placed in your CX area, if you have 2 water, you characters, you may discard 1 card. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose 1 card from among them, add a hand, send the rest of the room, and it has a soul trigger.
If you are playing the choice deck, you might look at playing this with the Resonate stuff, which you're gonna do anyway if you're playing the Kaju. Okay, that's the hard part, right? It's like, do you play this if you only play Kaju top end, and like even if you put the double drop search, like you're probably not resonating enough without like the brainstorm and stuff being on the board, is my gut feeling.
If you play the Resonate level 1 combo, it helps you.
Yeah, but I don't want to play that card. The problem is your deck speed in this set's ass.
Well, this card gives you the deck speed.
Only if you trigger CX, isn't it? Oh, it's when you play a CX. It gives you check 3.
You have a check 3 brainstorm.
It might make the Shimakaze. It might make the Shimakaze more appealing. The Nukumizu is still like a kind of frustrating card. I would have preferred if that card was like an on CX play bouncer or something. But then you can't have the open lanes, because then you need it to be standby. God, if the Resident stuff was in standby instead, it's so much better. But I'll give it a 3. I think it's interesting. At least it's like a reason to want to play the Resonate stuff. Also, it's a fuck ton of soul triggers.
Yeah, it's a lot of soul triggers.
Does it set up a top end? No. Nothing in this deck cares about soul triggers. They're literally just there to make the choice feel better.
Alright, here's the funny one talking about. 2-1 Chica. When it's placed in stage from hand, reveal top card of your deck. If that card's a youth character, place it in any slot. Like the horse event in Overlord.
It is. I think this card is really funny. I think there was a card that was funnier than this one. I think there's an event that is like this card but funnier, but also this is a 2-1. So that has that, I guess. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Probably won't play this. I'd give it the 1, but it's funny. I don't think there's any way to stack this either. But
wait, you give it a 1?
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Do you think this card's better than a 1?
No, but unlucky.
Okay.
2-1 Karen. If this has a marker underneath it, this gets plus 10,500 power, so it'll be a 11k cross turn. When it's placed in stage from hand, choose up to 1/2/1 TD Soulscape. When you wait, place underneath this card face up as a marker. 2/1 Soulscape was a 3/5 counter. And it has a ditch bond to the counter. So it can be a 11k cross turn with a 3/5 backup.
Yeah, this is bad. This is just bad. Like, there is no world you are playing this just to play a 2/1 11k. So we're giving it a 1.
Lucky. 2-1 Lemon. Then your turn, if you have 2 more youth character, this gets plus 4k power, so it's 10k on your turn. And when this card's battle opponent's reversed, you may best one of your standing characters. If you do, look at top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 youth character from among them, show your opponent, add a hand, and send the rest of the waiting room just on reverse plus 1.
I thought about this card before, and it's like, because we talked about it, right? It's like kind of a funkier Yuko, but it's a 2/1. I don't know. I think this card is just like, it's worth trying, to say the least. But it's like, frustrating, I guess, because it's only a top 2 add one. If this, why I don't know why this doesn't add card. I feel like this should just be able to add card. Why is this like?
Because it's costless +1, dude.
Stockless, costless +1. Is this better than like the? Is this better than the Honorverse like draw one?
You can summon this. You can summon this
Probably.
with the 2/2 standby combo, and get a +1.
I'm good. I think I'm gonna give it a 2.
Oh, 2's higher than a 1. That's pretty good. 2 for check 2. 2/1 Kaju. 2k assist to level 3 or higher characters. And act, you can resonate the 0/0 Kazuhiko and rest this. Choose one opponent's front row character. This turn gets -1k power and a fallen ability. During this card's battle, you cannot play backups from hand. So it's, I forgot what the profile is called. That's one that sit on, right? One is Machine Device, yeah.
I guess card's like fine, right? Machine. Well, this is actually. There's another card that's actually like this effect, I think, -1k and effect, because Machine Device targets your own character, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know. It's like okay. It's nice for protecting your Kaju. 3/2. I don't really know what else you need it for, because it's not like Kaju has to reverse though. It just saves you from like a tap counter, I guess, but not from money. If this was like events backups, I think it'd be better. I'll give it a 2. I think it's like okay.
It's okay. Okay. 3/2 Ana. If your opponent has a level 3 or higher character, or you have 2 or less CXs in your main room, this gets -1 level in hand. During your turn, this gets +3k power, so it's 11k offense, 8k defense, and when it's placed on stage of your hand, you may discard 1 card. If you do, deal the stock.
Yeah, so I thought this card was a PR, and I got concerned that we weren't gonna have this. I don't know if this card is actually that good. I just didn't like the idea of a second early, like one of 2 early plays in the set being locked behind a PR.
Oh, you don't like Alia? I mean, Jimmy?
No, I don't like Fujimi. I would probably give this card a 2 all the same. It's gonna be like your filler EP, but it's a bit comfier than like Komari is, I think.
0/0 Lemon. When it's placed on stage from hand, this turn just gets +5500 power, so it's a 6k on play. And the following ability: when this card at the end of this turn is sent to the room, it has 2 souls. So yeah, 1 turn of a 6k 2 soul beat stack, and then it dies.
1.
And no.
Let's move on.
Unlucky.
These have never seen play.
At least not Amagami with only EP healers. At least Amagami has like really good blue cards to easy to splash the healer.
True.
It's just that sucks if you want to play waifu. Waifu Yai. Alright, 0/0 Kaju. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, you may pay 1 if you do. Move this to in your back row. And as a discard bond to the 0 Kazuhiko. Not even search bond.
Yeah, this is just... You probably will play some number of this if you're playing their thing. But that's like... because this first effect is pretty bad. So I'm gonna give it a 2. You have to play it probably, but you're not happy about playing it.
I don't even think you want. This doesn't even reduce the count of the ball target you can play.
I guess, yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. It's like I'm always inclined to like resonate plus bond, but like the bonder is easy enough to get, and you have Rico, so maybe that's actually just fine.
Yeah, I would rather play Rico than this. All right,
But alrighty.
0/0 Ana. Once attacks, you have no other characters in your back row, you may mill 1 if that card's level 0 in on stage in any back row slot. Then when it attacks, you have 1 less other character. Mill 1 if that is level 0 lower character, you may put it on stage in any back row slot. So this can potentially go +2 on turn 1.
Yeah, this card's really funny. I kind of want to play this card. If you're playing like a heavier like 0 line that you need stuff in, I think it's like pretty appealing. Using this card and like spawning clean cut and like a brainstorm would be pretty broken. But I'll give it a 3. It's interesting. I don't think they've ever printed one of these before. No, they never printed one of these before. This is the first time.
Something
I
like
want to say
that.
it's the first time.
Okay. I think
Okay.
yeah, it's first time that has 2. Like
Yeah, it's interesting. It's worth trying because it's the first time.
0/0 Hibari. When it's placed in stage from hand or attacks, choose character this turn. I guess plus 1500 power. Standard profile.
Yep, it's fine as a 2.
0/0 Chica. When it's attacks, if you have
Komari.
CX. Huh? I can say that.
Komari.
It literally does not have Komari in the card text. When it attacks, if you do the choice CX in your CX area and you have this turn, this gets plus 15 power, and then in your next turn, this gains the following effect. When your other music character, or when your other, you character is at front attack, you may pay 1 and send this to waiting room if you return the character in hand. And when it's reversed, you may reveal the top 3 cards of your deck with 1 or more. Choose up to 1 youth character from among them, add a hand, send the rest to waiting room, and discard 1 card. So many conflicting ideas in 1 card.
Climax combo. JC. And reverse effect. Yeah. Basically, if you're playing this card, you're playing it to be an Omniverse Rize. And that's it. This combo is unplayable. This is a 2k Omniverse Rize, and you're moving on with your life. Because the only other deck speed in this set at level 0 is the PR. And that's pretty smooge. Hope ready to go buy that, Kevin. But
2?
yeah, we'll give it a 2 though. 2 because it's an Omniverse Rize and you might need to play it.
Just ignore first effect. There's no full red tag on it. 1/0 Lemon. When it's placed in stage from hand, you may discard 1 youth character. If you do, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Your opponent chooses 1 character or event from among them. You add a hand, center room. And when it's reversed, if the battle opponent's cost is 0 or lower, you may a character to stock. If you do, bomb card your opponent's stock. Room. And it's a soul trigger, so it's a stock bomb with a weird hand fix thing.
Yeah, I don't. Your opponent chooses. It's like the illusion of choice effect, like the Kamome effect. Also a soul trigger level. I feel like your level 1 card, your level 1 effects, like cards are so saturated that it's hard to. I feel like it's really hard to compete with like the 0/2 and the stock charger or the. What was the other one that was really good? Why am I drawing a blank on it?
I don't know.
One of those other ones we talked about before. There was just 2 other ones that were a lot more appealing. I don't. That shows how well they stick in my brain about it. But if you want a stock bomb though, this is fine. 1 stock bomb might not be that bad. Yeah, just want to get the worst card you have to, or you just get a card because it's a CX on one of them. But I'll give this a 2. It's like okay.
2/1 Ana is a memory kick backup. A memory kick.
Memory kick counter. There is a board-based deck in this that you might think about. So it's nice to have this. I'll give it a 2. In the end, it's still, it is what it is, right?
There's a board-based deck. I don't remember.
What? The level 3 blue combo? Does kind of want to win board? Ideally.
It sent itself to memory. Oh well.
Only
2/1
the first one.
Kaiju. Once attacks, if the level character across from this is 3 or higher, this gets a power. So this is 12k on attack against level 3s. And at the start of your CX phase, you can reveal the 0/0 Kazuhiko from your hand. If you do, choose up to 2 of your youth character this turn to get plus 2k power. So she can buff herself to be a 14k. And buff an ally or buff her 2 allies.
I mean, it's like a perfectly fine early play killer if you're playing the Kazuhiko Resonate stuff. It does help make your board really big. It does mean Kaju combo can actually potentially win lanes at 2, which is really relevant. You do probably want this card. I would give this a 2 because I think you have to consider this card. Also, there's a lot of yellow cards. I guess that makes sense because every girl is in yellow. But
Where's oh yeah, every girl is in yellow. Fuck.
We talked
Alright.
about this last week.
3-1 event. If you're two less youth characters this cannot be played from hand, so you need at least 3 characters on board. Look at the top 15 cards of your deck. Use up to 1 youth character from among them, place in the stage slot, and send the rest to waiting room.
Yeah, this is the funny card I mentioned that was just kind of like a little bit better, I think, than the Komari, because there's a deck that lets you go to level 5, spoiler alert. And so this being level 3 is effectively being level 2. And that's pretty good. So I will give this card a 3 because I think it is very funny. And ripping 15 cards on the top of your deck is kind of based.
Based. Not cringe. Alright, that's it for yellow. We're finally done. On to green. With this bad card. Okay. 1-0 lemon. During your turn, this gets plus 1k power, so it's 5k on turn, 4k off turn. Once attacks, if you the bar CX in your CX area and you have their youth character, this turn this gets plus 1500 power and a falling ability. So that means it is a 6-5 on turn with 7-5 with CX. You may send the bottom card of your deck into waiting room if that card is a youth character or an event add to the hand. Then reveal the top card of your deck. If a card is a level 1 or higher, send it stock. If it's level 0 or lower, leave it in its original position.
This is a really bad card. Plain and simple, this is probably one of the worst double R level 1 combos I've seen in a very long time. You are double gambling
+1 hand, +1 stock.
And then it could also be my combo just missed, and it's like, yep, that sure did happen. And the stock is like not even unreasonable because it's level 1 or higher. Like, so you're like, oh, bottom card mill climax, fuck. Oh, real top, it's a 0, fuck. Thanks, Lemon. I'm giving this a 1. I think this card's dog shit.
07. Alright. 3-2 lemon. Then your turn, this gets plus 4k power, so it's 12k on turn. When it's placed on stage from hand, you may heal 1. And when it attacks, if you're the bar CX in the CX area, you may pay 1, discard 1 card. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Use up the 3 cards from among them, put them on top of your opponent's deck in any order, and send the rest to the waiting room. And this turn, this gets plus 1k power, so it becomes a 13k, 14k with... yeah, 14k with 6.
40 combo gets 1k, yeah.
Mocha 3.
Mocha 3 on a 3-2. I only played Anya because that was Mocha 3 on a 3-2 and it healed every time you comboed. I think this is like a 2 at best. Like, there's like nothing inspiring about this card.
Did you not play the Mocha 3 in Macross?
I played a 1 of it.
Yeah.
And I only played it because I had every combo, man.
Okay. 0-0 Mitsuki and Lemon. When it's placed on stage from hand, choose one of your characters. This turn gets plus 1k power. Look at the top 4 and an act. You can pay 1, send this to memory. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 youth character from one of them. Show your opponent at hand and send the rest to waiting room. They haven't printed these in a while. Usually it's just 3. Check 3, go to memory.
I mean, this card is probably one of her better cards, realistically. Especially as I mentioned, this set has a lot of stock genning and stuff, so using this card is probably pretty comfortable, even in like the other decks that aren't hers. Her cards don't even care about memory. I don't think that nobody even cares about this card.
There's so the event that cares about.
Does it? Okay, there's a card.
Yeah,
a card.
I think. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
If I remember, there's one card. I just remember there's at least one card that cares
Sure. There's something. Is it a good card? Probably not. But this card independently, pretty fine. Plus 1k is good. The sack under memory check 4 is good. I'll give this card a 3. I think this card is good.
You could do the old ReZero play, clean cut this.
Yeah. You probably will do that. You get a 4-5 clean cut, save it.
Alright.
Fine.
0-0 Mitsuki and Chihaya and Lemon. When it is reversed, if the battle opponent's level 0 or lower, you may send the top card of your opponent's clock to waiting room. If you do, send that character to clock. And as a tap self, search brainstorm.
Yeah, this card's a 1. I think this card's like
Oh.
unplayably bad.
Oh.
I think there's only like one. Red might have had a good brainstorm.
Red had a good brainstorm. Blue had a
But I think
whatever
blue also
brainstorm.
had a good brainstorm. Wasn't blue also good? Well, we'll get to it eventually.
It was kind of whatever. Well, yeah.
Yeah, this card's bad. This like you're never playing this card unless you really just needed a brainstorm to be green fix. Like you're like I can't play any other green cards because they all suck. This is my green fix. It's gonna just be my brainstorm slot.
I mean, this is your,
but I don't know what
this
you're
is
trying
your
to
green
fix
flicks.
for. Yeah, that's your green fix, but it goes to memory, so you gotta hope it's good green fix. But
All right. Next we have 00 Lemon. Act Restless. Choose one of your other youth character. This turn gets +1 key power. Act discard 1 card. Send this to Wayman. Salvage a youth character. As a true helmet.
yes, this card also good actually. Being able to use the act effect and then sack it off is basically just being redundant and giving it a 1k power pump. Although makes it worse for clean cut, I guess, because you can't go on play pump 1k and then like clean cut it. But that's okay. You can, at least if you're gonna do the clean cut lines with this card, you can save it, use it on the next turn to buff whatever you want, and then sack it off, which is cool. I'll give this card a 3. I think it's fine.
3-2 Lemon. If you have 4 more youth character, this gets -1 level hand. During your turn, if you have 2 more youth characters, this gets +2k, so it's 10k on turn. And when it's placed on stage from hand, heal up to 1. Then if you have another youth character, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Use up to 2 cards from among them, place on top of your deck in any order, and send the rest to Wayne. If you forgot about this EP healer.
I did forget about this EP healer. It's also
Vocal Self.
Wait, this card. I didn't read the heal part. I did. I just thought it was look at top 2, Mocha yourself. It's fine. I think I don't know. Would I still play the Ana over this card?
Ana's easier to splash. Green,
yeah, this card's really hard to splash. Like, I don't think you're playing a lot of the helmet. I haven't seen a lot of other compelling cards to splash. I'll hold my full judgment on this card until we see the splash. I'll give it a 2, and it's probably not going to be more than a 2, but it's like a playable 2 versus like a 2 just because it's like a fine card. But I don't think this card is very playable because I don't think green is very good, unfortunately.
1-0 Lemon. When it attacks, choose one of your characters. Turn, it gets +15 power. When it attacks, if all your characters are currently when it's attacked this turn, all your characters on stage gains the following ability. Auto, when you trigger check, reveal a bar CX. You may draw 1. If you do, discard 1. And with reverse, send this to the bottom of your deck for some reason.
Yeah, let's go to 1. Like, I don't think bar is good and is a good deck, so I don't think this card is good. I don't know why this has a demerit.
Unlucky. 2-1 Lemon. Once attacks, you may this turn this gets +1 key power, so 6-5. Then you may discard 1 card. If you do, salvage the green 3-2 event in your way room. When it's reversed, send this to memory. And act if you're level 2 or higher. You may pay 1, send this from your memory to Wayne room. If you do, use up to 1 of the 3-2 lemon that we talked about before. Place it on the stage in any slot from your hand.
Yeah, so each of the girls has the EP 2-1 that does this for their combo. I guess summoning the lemon at 2 makes it a little bit better. But then the 3-2 event, I'm just gonna read it. What if you don't copy the book in your memory? Your lemons gain 3k power and then clock yourself to burn 1. The event is just not very good. And I think if lemon was Anya, right? Pay 1, drop 1, on attack, heal 1, check 3. I think this would be a lot cooler, and it would actually like work really well with itself. The way it is now, though, I think this is still like a. I'll give this card a 2 because I think independently this card is fine, but I think the package is like not very good.
Unlucky.
Like what this card does for the lemon deck is probably the best thing. Is the best part of the package.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
2-1 Lemon. 2k assist level 3 or higher characters. And when and you can grab one card if you do, salvage a youth character.
Card is fine. Give it a 2. Not really much to say about it. It's just a 2k assist with a hand fix effect.
2-0 that had.
Yeah.
0-0 Lemon. All your other youth character gets plus 500 power, so level 5. And when a CX is placed in your CX area, choose one character. This turn gets plus 1 soul. Nice TD effect.
Yeah, let's give it a 1. This is not a card I want in my booster.
0-0 Lemon. Once placed in stage from hand, this turn just gets plus X power. S is equal to the number of your character times 1000. So if she's the 5th character card played, she gets 5k, so she becomes X5. And when this card's battle points reverse, choose one of your character. This turn gets plus 1k power. On reverse, 1k power up.
I'm gonna give this card a 1 as well. I don't think you need this. You might. There's a world where you do play this as like your one of, but like Eurocamp only played this card because it was also a bouncer. They're not playing this for any other reason. So, but Godspeed, man.
0-0 Lemon. When it's placed stage from hand, if your opponent has one less front characters in your front row, choose one cost 0 lower character in your opponent's front row. So you may from your opponent's deck. And once attacks, choose one of your youth character. This turn gets plus X power. S is equal, number of your other youth characters times 500. Makeine.
Yeah, it sure is a Shimakai. It's like okay, I guess the submarine effect is kind of nice. I do like that effect a lot. The Shimakai effect is nice. I'll give this card a 2. It's like fine. Nothing special, but
1-1 Lemon. When you pay the cost of an event in your hand, you may send a marker underneath this card to wing room instead of 1 stock. When your other character is reversed, if you do not have a marker underneath it, you may put the top card of your deck underneath this card face up as a marker. In act, you can rest this to power pump 2/5 to 1 characters.
yep. I think this card is just trying to be too cute. To actually be like good. It's like it just doesn't do enough. The deck doesn't do enough. And then how does it get a marker when you crash something? The event's not even like expensive. Like this deck isn't expensive to like resolve, so I don't think you need the markers to subsidize stock. So I'm just gonna give this a 1. Like ideally you're cheating lemons in off the 2/1 anyway. So do you need to subsidize a stock? Probably not.
Any cards in the set gain anything from using act? Not that I remember. There's no act.
Yeah, not that I don't know any.
Or nothing big that had act synergy.
Yeah, nothing that stood out to be like, yeah, there's act synergy in here.
1-1 Lemon. When you use cards backup, if you have a youth character, you or your opponent mills 3. It's a 2k backup. Pretty good a card actually.
That's fine. Mill counter is fine, and it's optional, so it's like it's literally the one from Tiny Colors.
It's not optional.
So I'll give it.
You mandatory have to mill one of the 2 players.
Was that one optional?
No, they're both mandatory. You have to mill one of the 2 players.
Yeah. So it's a Tiny Colors one. I'm gonna give it a 2. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's not optional. It's a mandatory
It's
mill
not
3. You can flex who you want to mill.
Sure.
You can either save you or fuck your opponent.
True. Fucking your opponent is
2-1
pretty big.
Lemon. If you have 4 other youth characters, this gets -1 level in hand, so early play. During your turn, this gets plus 3k power. And when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may send the bar CX from your CX area to wing room. If you do, check top 3, add 3 youth characters, show them to opponent, add a hand, send the rest to wing room, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gets plus 2k power, so it'll be 8/5 on defense and hand on core.
We complained about this last time too, right? Like these 2/1 combos that don't refund stock
Okay, I think these are fine because you're getting so much. You only need to resolve single. I think it's just bad when you have to resolve multiple to get a substantial plus.
Yeah, I guess
Because
this does come out at
this is
1.
like Eats Key combo, the 2-1 Eats Key combo.
Okay, but that card was bad. I
Okay,
hated that card. When people were playing that, I didn't understand it.
this is like the bar comp, the 2-1 Tana Man bar comp Chainsaw Man.
These cards weren't good though. They weren't good, Kevin.
They're fine though.
Fine. I'll get a 2.
They're good if you have
Get 'em.
good utilities at level 1s.
I respect that this card can be looped because it is hand encore.
Give it 2.
I'll give it a 2 because it can be looped
Okay.
with hand encore.
Okay. 3-2 event. If you don't have a copy of this in your memory, and you have the 0 Mizuki and Lemon in your memory, this turn, all of your 3-2 Lemon currently on stage gets 3k power and the following ability. Auto, when it attacks, you may clock yourself 1 to accelerate. If you do, burn 1. Send this to memory.
Yeah.
So it makes your finisher a 9 stock, get triple burn 1 with Mocha 3.
Yeah, which is good for sure. There is no problem with this card, aside from the fact that the card that it gives it to is not the greatest. And then obviously you're basically saying I'm gonna go for game with burn 1 Mocha 3, which is like, if you want to play this, just play Uma. I like personal.
Okay,
Or,
but that one's burn 1 Mocha
Amagami.
2. This is burn 1 Mocha 3.
And that one also costs 6 stock. And cantrips. And doesn't cut you 3 times. So,
Okay.
you know. Yeah,
You know.
I'll give it a 2. It's fine. It's a fine card though. It does help make Lemon better. For sure.
That's it for green. On to red. This card's also not horrible. 1-0 Chica. If all your characters are youth, this gets 2k power, so it's a 6k cross turn. Once attacks, if you have the door CX in your CX area, and you have another youth character, you may discard 1 card. If you perform the following effect twice. Mill 2, then choose up to 1 level extra lower youth character from your waiting room. Add a hand as equal level of the cards milled by this effect. Those are double cigarettes. It is a copy of Reiner from
This card is actually so much
Attack
better
on
than
Titan
Reiner.
at 3.
Yeah. This card's kind of fucked up in comparison to Reiner, right? This card's a 6k always. This card is
Doesn't have 4 more condition.
doesn't have 4 more condition. It's just if you have another. Not quite as in it's not quite Reiner, or is this not just verbatim Reiner? Was Reiner not just ditch 1 for the flying effect, mill 2?
Was Reiner one of those
Okay.
ditch 1, you mill 2, and you salvage 2?
Was it?
I don't remember.
I thought it was cigarettes.
I haven't seen Blue AOT in forever.
Oh, it might be. It might be ditch 1, cigarette 1, salvage 2.
It might have been.
I think you're right. Because I remember that card also had the annoying wording that people would try to fucking like rule shark, where it's like, well, it says salvage characters whose level is equal to the level sent by this card's effect, and discarding 1 is this card's effect.
Oh yeah.
Whereas this card does not say that. This says mill 2.
Do you see the ruling they
equals to
just
mill.
added that? Where any card that requires checking for cards sent to waiting by effect does not count cost. They added that ruling
They actually
recently.
In JP or in English?
JP.
That's so funny.
Unless it specifically says the cost, it does not count the cost.
Okay. Good. As it should. That's intuitive, but I guess it's to avoid people that want to do that stuff. But yeah, this card's really good. This card is very, very good. It's on a door, Pog. It mills you 4, so it's better than the awkward part of cigarettes. The only thing that could have made this better is obviously if it was modular to be cigarettes, or you could ditch 1 to do it again. That'd be really good. So that's a bit overkill on a card that's already cross turn 6k as well. I'm going to give this card a 4. I think this is really good. This is probably your level 1 combo of choice in most situations. Yeah, just a really good card.
Damn, over the choice.
Yeah, I mean, do you not think? I mean, let's be honest. Do you think the choice is better than this card?
But I thought you hated mandatory mill teas. Now you're mandatory mill 4.
That's whatever. At that point, I'm committing, man. But I get to pick up two. I get to pick up 2 cards, so that's cool, I guess. The only bad part about that is not Anna.
True.
Continue.
3-2 Chica. If you have 4 more
Nice.
youth character, this gets -1 level in hand. If you have 2 more other youth character, this gets +5k, so it's 10-5 cross turn. Once placed in stage from hand, if you have 2 more other youth characters, heal up to 1. Then perform, you may pay 1. If you paid 1, perform the following effect: heal 2, then deal 1 damage. Heal up to 2, then deal 1 damage to yourself X times, where X is the number of cards sent to waiting room by this effect, not including cost.
Not including cost. Yeah. So this card is fine. It is Kuro, the one from Card Captor. I don't remember its name.
Cordobus, something like that.
Yeah, it's the Card Captor Sakura EP. It's not as good. If I'm not mistaken, the Card Captor Sakura EP was heal 1 and then you can heal the rest off or whatever.
No,
or
it was
like
your option.
Your
You either heal 1 or you heal your whole clock in it.
or you gamble. Okay, so this is because it's a pay 1. You get the always heal 1, and then you can cycle. You can try to scam 2 more off the top. Which is fine. I actually like it quite a bit, if I'm being honest. I think it's really cool. This card is always a 10-5, which is nice. This is a good early play condition, which is nice, and it's just a regular healer if you want it to be. I'll give this card a 4. I think this card is really good, and then anytime you eat damage you feel like you shouldn't eat and your deck's insane, this has the get a jail card where you can maybe get 1 or 2 extra heals off. Or it also feels nice when you like Rico flip a CX and you don't really want to brainstorm. You can just do this and get an extra heal out of it, which is like fine.
What you can do is play the Oka yourself EP. Oh, CSCX. Okay, play this EP.
That's a lot of stock, and like
That's a lot
5
of stock,
man.
And then you'll use a brainstorm to see later. They also heal.
Yeah.
0-0
fantastic.
Chica. When this attacks, choose one of your other youth character. This turn gets +2k power. And at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you may clock yourself 1. If you do, move this to an open back row. So clock back row 1.
Yeah. I don't like this card very much. I don't like these like back row runner effects. I think the only back row runner I've ever played was the one in Idolmaster.
You know there's one meta right now?
Is there?
It's called Fairy Tale.
Yeah, they play back row runner.
Yeah, they play the happy back row runner. Or that you try convincing. It goes back row runs and then it goes to memory at the end at the start of your opponent's next, or at the start of your next on step. And it was like a 3-5 beat stick.
They play that?
Yeah. Well,
that's crazy.
I don't think every deck, but I think a good amount.
Really? That's shocking to me. But okay, I mean, that's cool.
Like red fix
would
too,
personally
and
not.
memory.
Do you need memory in that deck?
Yeah, for the Natsu.
Oh, it needed back cards in memory? Okay, maybe I didn't remember that. Interesting.
Natsu needed 3 different memory cards in memory, 3 different names in memory.
Is there not just better memory cards you could be playing?
There's a drop search and there's the.
Okay. I don't care. It's not Fairy Tale stream. Anyhow. This card is like fine. It's a power pump. I don't really like the clock top to back row on minimum. I mean, Happy's a pay 1, right?
Yeah.
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 So
big difference.
At least that card's like, yeah, big difference. This card is probably like a 1. I don't think this card is very good. Something it's a clock plus though. Something.
0-0 Chica, act. A2 rest is heal 1. Act. Salvage brainstorm.
Yeah, the card's fine. Pay 2 rest is good if you have the stock. Very nice. It's fine. I'd give it like a 3 probably. It depends if you can actually use the pay 2 stock. Do you think this card is better than the Anna?
Anna kind of did nothing. It's like when your character gets reversed, you drop.
Is it when your character reverses?
I'm pretty sure it's when your character gets reversed. We'll
When
find
one of your
out.
other cases is reversed, if you have two or more, the draw will drop. I don't know. Like pay 2 heal also feels like a lot more niche, or at least that's somewhat usable, maybe. But
I'll come up once.
yeah, we'll see.
Both effects are like
Yeah, both
pretty
will
niche.
probably come up every now and then, but
I know it will come often, but how much it matters comes out will come up once.
that is true. That is definitely true. All right, read card.
All right, 0-0 Yumiko. You cannot play events or backups from hand. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, you may move this to an empty front row slot with a character in the slot across from it. 35 Chaser.
Another, yeah, I mean 35 Chaser's fine. It's good red fix, good card. We'll give this card a 3. You'll probably look to play this card. This is probably one of the better red fix cards, to be honest. I guess that would be a reason you play the Kumari Brainstorm as well. It is red, which is good. But
1-0 Koto. During your turn, if you have 2 or more youth character, this gets plus 4k power. During your turn, this is placed on stage from your hand. When a CX with a door trigger is placed in your CX area, if you have another youth character, you may pay cost by discarding 1. If you do, choose 1 CX with a door trigger in your wing room, add the hand, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gains the following ability. When your other character's front attack, you may pay 1, send this to wing room. If you do, return that character. And so it is verbatim the Ronin Kenshi.
It's better.
Mention. It's better because you get your attacking as a 5/5 instead of having a 2 soul.
Yeah. Turns out when you're slamming a CX, every turn, you don't actually care that you're a 2 soul. So you're much happier to be like big and so it actually wins the lane. That being said, I think this also has the same problem where I don't think the door level 3 was very good, if I'm not mistaken. I don't fully remember it very well. It might have just been okay.
Find out in the next like 2 or 3 cards.
Yeah, we will. But yeah, this card's fine though. I think this card, I'll give this card a 3. I think this card is as good as the door combos are. It does make the door level 1 combo feel really good, and it makes it a lot better to loop it too, obviously. Because you can JC one and then pick one up and then keep kind of doing the cycle. So you're probably pretty proficient at looping combo thanks to this card. But yeah, I think it's interesting. It's nice to see they reprinted the Roni Kenshin comp thing and tried to like worked on it and tried to make it a little bit better.
What'd you give it again?
3.
2-2 Chica. 1k assist. During your CX phase, when this is placed on stage by effect of the standby CX pictured below, if you have another youth character, you can pay 1, sack the standby CX. If you do, choose 1 level 2 or lower youth character in your wing room, place it on stage in any slot.
I think this card is actually better than I thought it. So this is good because all of the 2/1s have to go to memory to summon themselves. That are, you know, I showed the lemon one. Yes, so the lemon one, all 3 of the girls had it, like I said before. So this is a way for you to basically skirt that effect.
Or do it earlier.
Yeah, you can at least get one down on the board at level 1. They swing pretty big, they die, then or they do. I think the lemon one swing big, the Anna one swings big at least, but whatever. The lemon one I know bonded to the thingy, but they die, then they're in memory. So the second you hit level 2, now you can summon a copy on the board. This also gives you the upside of maybe if you trigger another standby, you can summon a second one, and then maybe you get to double early play on the next turn. Which is pretty cool, I think, to actually think about for the way it works. Also, a 1k assist. Not that I think that matters. I haven't seen any cards that it mattered for, and we're probably not really playing standby like that. We're playing like hybrid standby.
This is the only standby.
But I do think it's the only standby, so you can't play it standby if you wanted to. But yeah, so I will probably give this a 3. I do, yeah, we were thinking standby pants before we were talking about it. I think standby pants seems pretty appealing. But yeah, I think this card is really cool because it plays really well into the combos. If you don't want to play like a generic 8-1k1 deck and have to try to scam it 2 to actually do your early play, this is probably going to be the best way to actually early play. And it also protects the card you early played, which is nice because it gives it extra 1k when you assist with the assist.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next, we have 3-2 Karen. If you have 2 more other youth character, this gets plus 4,320 power, making her a solid 12k. Cross turn. And when it's placed on stage from hand, you may draw up to 1 card. If you do, choose one of your opponent's front row character. This turn gets minus 2k power.
Yeah,
it's the flavor card.
I don't get the. Yeah, I don't get the bit. I watched this and I still don't get the bit.
It's because she's the 8k resolution girl, while Anna's the 4k resolution girl. Because 8k is not actually 8k. It's 7,680. It is rounded up. Because 8k is
and it's 4k. It's 4k. It's 4k actually 4,320.
Something like that, yeah. It's because it's all have to be like a power rate or some shit. I don't fucking.
Okay,
I
don't get it. I'm dumb. I don't get it, but it's funny, I guess. This card is not very good, so I'm just gonna give it a 1. But it's funny. It is funny.
It's a 1.
Yeah,
all right,
it's a 1, but it's funny.
3-2 Chica. When it's placed on stage from hand, drop a 2, discard 2, then put blind stock 1. And at the start of your encore step, if you adore CX in your CX area and this is in your front row, and you have another youth character, you pay 1, discard a youth character. If you do, deal 3 damage to your opponent. Kind of like the Rio combo from Bochi, but different play.
Card's really.
But still a 3 stock finisher.
Yeah, card is really cheap. 3 stock, but not 3 hand, which I think is like kind of sad. I guess Rio isn't 3 stock because Rio has to sack things to get it, but whatever. You know, it basically ends up being if you have 2 cards on your board, you get to go put those back in your hand for cost, which is nice. But I think this card is fine. It's very boring, but it's very safe. This would work well just playing 8 door. This would work well playing the standby door, I think. So that you can early put this card out and have it like push damage early. And obviously it's pretty cheap to do. It just costs hand, which you get to actually subsidize since the 2/1 doesn't cost any hand to like summon it out on the board, which is pretty cool. I'll give it a 3. I think it's neat. I think it's better than playing the lemon. It is probably about equal to the Kaju in terms of like the build around for it, but it's not my favorite in the set.
Well,
so.
Unlike Cheetah Rock, you don't have both stock swap Flumium yet. You only got the stock swap.
Yeah, you only have stock swap. True. And it's expensive. Whereas like Bochi's, I mean, Bochi's was also 2 stock for one of them.
So it's 2 stock for the Flumium, 1 stock for the stock swap.
Yeah, and 1 stock for the stock swap.
Yeah. 0-0 Chica. If you want to be even cheaper, this is how you get it cheaper. If you're level 3 or higher, this gains the following ability. Act, send this to waiting room. Use up to one of the 3/2 Chicas in your hand. Place on stage in this card's former slot. So it can be a 2 stock finisher now. Or 3 stock finisher.
Yeah, I mean this does still cost you extra hand though, which is something you have to think about when you're doing this. But it's nice for sure.
I think Lemon would have appreciated this way more.
Yes, I 100% agree. I think Lemon would have been way happier to have this card because then it makes it easier to squeeze in your event. But I'll give this card like a 2. It's okay. Very okay.
1-0 Chica. During your turn with 2 more youth character, this gets plus 2k power and a fall ability when it's attacked. If the character crosses level 2, this turn just gets plus 6k power. So it's a 5/5, 6 11/5 against level 2s. And at the start of your opponent's draw phase, move the top card of your deck. If that card is level 1 higher, you may return.
I don't like this. I hate coin flips, man. I hate coin flips so much.
Level 1 too.
Yeah. Like I already don't like into level 2s. I don't think we're anywhere we really need them right now, especially now that Hasu is dead and like Hasu already didn't have the biggest cards ever anyway. I'm gonna give this like a 1. I don't like it.
1/1 Chica. For each mark underneath this gains the following ability. Continuous, all your other youth character gets plus 500 power. When your other character is reversed, if you have 3 less marker underneath this, you may put the top card of your deck underneath this card face marker. Act, rest this, choose one of your youth character. This turn it gets plus 1k power. So after 3 turns, you can make this a global 15.
Yeah, so if you crash 3 times, the global 15, that also pumps an extra 1k
Well, when your
somewhere.
opponent chose your characters on their turn, activate.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
You could do this in 1.5 turns.
Over the course of like 1.5 turn. That's not terrible, I suppose. I forgot about that, to be honest, when I was looking at this card the first time. That I did not think about the fact that you can do it on the opponent's turn. It's probably fine. It's neat. Obviously, global 15 is pretty good. Ironically, I don't know. Like, I feel like Lemon would have preferred this as well, to be honest, because like the Mocha sticks on the board a bit better. But I mean, I guess if Komari sticks on the board, it's fine too. I guess they're all fine. I'll give this a 2. I think this is interesting. This is probably one of the. I don't think the Anna one was good because Anna also had one of these, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, the only problem is if one of the 3s are CX, then you're heavy mode. You have to play this.
You just let it rock for forever and you cry.
Yeah. But you could go Giga Compression with memory.
Actually, did Anna have one of these? She didn't. Really? Interesting. Okay, well, of the 2.
2/2 Chica. If all your characters are youth, this gets plus 2500 power and hand on core, so it's a 9/5 hand on core. Once attacks, you may pay 2, discard 1 card. If you do, burn 1.
I mean, say 9/5 hand on core, really expensive burn 1. I'm good. I'll give it a 1.
07.
Yeah,
It's your only
07.
2/2 of choice, by the way.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't think I'm gonna play a 2/2
Oh,
personally.
okay.
Well, because anytime you'd play a 2/2, you
I
could
mean,
just summon the.
It is a 10/5.
Yeah, but if you summon the, but anytime you trigger a standby early, would you rather not just put a 2/1 Ana on the board
Maybe not.
or whatever?
I only want the. You only
It's also only a
realistically
9/5.
need the 1 so that you can do the level 5 combo at level 2 if you need to, if your opponent's gonna hit level 3.
Like you want to do the level 5 thing at level 2 anytime because it's like the most comfortable time to do it because it effectively sets you down to level 1, right?
Yeah.
But also I feel like if you can early play extra Anas at 2, why wouldn't you? They're 1 stock. Right? I don't know. It just seems like the Ainz thing, except it's like a lot more easy.
I think I would just do 2 and 2 though.
2 and 2? I think I want to play 3 Ana. Maybe I'd put like 1 of this just to be a 2/2 hand encore.
Yeah.
But I'd at least think about this. I would probably think about this card a little bit more and like try to weigh it a little bit better. But my inclination is to say I would want more of the 2/1 Ana because I think that card is really good.
Okay, but would you get it as a 2 or a 1?
I'll give it a 2, I guess. I didn't like think about it. I guess that it was the only 2/2 of choice. But I am really like pilled on just doing the Ana stuff though, for what that's worth.
0/0 Chica, 500 assist. Pay 1 rest this. Choose one of your youth character. It gains the following ability. When this card's battle points reverse, salvage 1. On stage, like beat him.
Yeah, on stage Silica's fine. I think this is probably better if you're gonna play the 8-door. Although it's a little awkward because the JC makes it so you start spending a lot of stock. But it is nice with the 3/2 Komari combo because it helps you get the extra hand to like pay for the cost and stuff since she doesn't cantrip. But she is cheap. I'll give it a 2. It's like okay.
I think you play 8-door. Just wanna spam heal. Spam your brainstorm heal and spam your E. And just make sure you maintain 4 stock for your finisher.
Yeah, I mean probably. My concern with the finisher is just like your hand. Honestly.
Well, that's what on stage for. 0/0 Chica. When it's placed on stage from hand, you may discard 1 youth character. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters, send memory, and at the start of Encore step, your opponent places that character on stage in any slot. And it's a level 0 reverse bomb.
This is a 1. This card's bad. This card's like not good.
Unlucky. Unlucky. 0-0
I'm not an
Konami. Thanks, Mr. Konami.
Thank you, Konami.
If you have 2 or less stock, just gets plus 1500 power, so it's a 4k cross turn. And when it's placed on stage from hand, all players resolve the following effect. If you have 5 or more memory, choose 4 cards from your memory. Send all other cards to waiting room. Good against Gakumas.
Wow, good against Gakumas, but also off trait because she's not youth character. And if you've noticed, every card says youth character in the set. So I probably have to give it a 1. I think like this not actually checking for youth trait is like backbreaking. Unfortunately.
Unlucky. It fucks over your clean cut.
It does, doesn't it?
1-0 Chica is a 2k counter.
1-0 Chica is a 2k counter. 2k counter is good. Chica level 1 combo is 6k, so it's defendable. Seems good. Seems fine. It's 2k counter. 2 for 2k. At least it's set has something to use it on, I guess.
1-1 Chica. 2 other characters. 2k power. 7-5 Hanam Core.
Would you use this?
For a single standby? For standby? Hybrid standby?
Yeah, probably not.
I think a lot of people were playing 1-0 on a Clock on Core.
I didn't know there was a 1-0 on with Clock on Core, to be honest. But yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. I'll give it a 2. It's fine. No, it's only 1 standby. Give it a fucking 1. It's actually like so bad with only 1 standby, man.
Unlucky. Like
Isn't
Jose. 2-1 Chica. During your turn, it gets 3k power, so it's a 7k. When it's reversed, look at the top card of your deck, put it on top of your deck or into your waiting room, and then send this to memory. Act. Pay 1, send this from memory to waiting room if you're level 2 or higher. Choose a 3-2 Chica from your hand, place on stage in any slot.
I guess this is. I mean, it's just another one of the EP package cards. This one gets you a little scry when it dies, which is cute. But it's 2. It's fine.
2-3 event. 5 more youth characters. Choose 1 battling your character. This really. Yes, this cannot deal damage to your players. Then choose 1 of your characters, gets plus 50 power. So it's a money counter. A 5 or more memory counter, money counter.
Yeah, it's a 5 or more money counter. You have it. You're happy. It's just it's a 2. It's fine. It's 5 or more is like awkward though for board, but because like all none of your stuff is big. Like, why is there just no 8 standby deck, man?
Unlucky. That's it for red. Off to blue. 0-0 Anna. When your other character is reversed, once per turn, if you have 2 more youth characters, you may draw 1 card. If you do, discard 1 card, and it's a tap salvage springs.
Yeah, I mean, I like the draw on this card. You will use it. It can be nice. It might actually even be nice in the standby deck because it'll help you draw your standby since you do really want to be playing your standby down at 2 or 1. I mean, right? So it's something to think about. It's nice. And obviously still salvage brainstorm. So you just pick between this and the Komari. You can't really go wrong one way or the other. You just pick whichever effect you value more, I think. So I'll give this. Did we give Komari a 3? If I give Komari a 3, I'll give this a 3.
Okay. I believe so.
Yeah, I think you just pick your favorite of the 2. Like it doesn't matter which one you pick, honestly.
All right, here's the Poggers card. 3-2 Anna. Continuous memory. If this is in your memory, you do not lose by being level 4. You will lose if you reach level 5 instead. If this is sent from memory due to effect besides this card, send this to waiting room. At the end of this card's attack, if you have the pants CX in your CX area, choose 1 of the following 2 effects and resolve it. A. During your turn is placed on stage from hand, you may pay 5 this and clock yourself 3 times. If you do, send this to memory. Or B, a free burn 2.
Yeah, so this is the card everybody pogged about. It's really, really cool. I think everybody thinks it's pretty neat. Whether it's good or not is hard to say. Going to level 5 is very interesting. It has a lot of implications, obviously, because it means all your level 3s are now effectively early plays, quote unquote. I do think that this card is only as good as how early you could put this on the board. I don't know if doing this effect at level, maybe doing this effect at level 3 is still fine because it effectively puts you to 2-3. I don't know. It's like I'd have to really play with it to get a better feel for it. But I do value the fact that this card also has costless burn 2 on it, because it means every copy afterward you can just play it. It also works really well with the standby because it's costless. So you can go like standby copy this card, and then the next time you slam the pants, you just get the burn 2, and you could kind of ignore the fact that this has no on-play effects, which is pretty smooch, to be honest. But I don't know how you balance this card without and give it an on-play effect. But
Makes it nice for the 3-1 event, though.
yes, it does. But yeah, I will give this a 5. I think this is the build around card of the set. This is the card I think a lot of people decided to buy the set because this card came out. Can the cost kill you before it hits memory? No. The effect has to fully resolve before the check timing. What can happen is if you only have 1 or 2 cards in your deck, you cannot resolve the effect. You have to be able to pay the cost in full at the moment of resolution, at the moment of the cost. It does not look to see your deck refreshes and refresh you and then take the extra damage. Which could come up for sure. You have to be very aware of that. But yeah, this card does also kill you if somebody flips his face down.
Yep, the 3 main rules of this card, because this is a unique effect, never before seen. But yes, as Jason said, if this would level you up to level 4 for the cost, you would still live because check timing. You need to lose conditions on a check timing. Can't pay cost if you have 2 or less cards in deck.
Yeah,
you'll be able to pay cost fully the moment it happens. And like the 5 sets, the 5 sets that has a flip memory face down cards, they can fuck you, but they're like pretty bad cards and bad sets.
Fortunately.
For now, who knows? Maybe this deck becomes OP and they start printing more flip memory face down, like they did with Charlotte.
Yeah, cool.
All right. 0-0 Ana. When it's placed on stage from hand, you may discard 1 card. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck. If that you choose 1 level extra lower character from your wing room at the hand, execute reveal card. This is a Rico effect. Very good.
Yep, Vanilla Rico, good. Happy to have it.
It's honestly one of your best blue splash besides Brainstorm.
Yeah, it is. We give it a 4 because Pogo.
I see a lot of people, their blue is like 2 CX swap, 2 of this. That's their blue splash.
For like non-blue deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what blue cards are they gonna play, right? I feel like blue is not exactly like a card the other decks want very much if they're not playing it. But who knows?
0-0 Chihaya with her shiny forehead. When his attacks, choose 1 other character. This turn they get 1k power. I'll choose 1 of your other characters and discard. So this comes to 2k and you power pump another thing 1k. When his card's battle points reverse, you may send this to memory. If you do, at the start of your next draw phase, choose 1 copy of this in your memory, place it in station in any slot. The time machine.
I mean, it's okay. It's a time machine. It pumps power to things. So this is a 2k time machine. You can win a lane somewhere else. It's a 2. It's fine.
It's a 2. 2-0 Ana. During your turn, this gets plus 8k power. When it is placed on stage from hand, put up to 1 card from the top of your deck stock. Then put up to 1 card from the top of your deck under card face of the marker. And when this card with a marker is sent from stage to waiting room, send this to clock. And you can pay 1. If you do, remove 1 marker from underneath this.
Yeah, so this card is very funny. This is the marker card for Ana. It makes more sense if you look at the foil, because the foil is her going into debt. So that's what she's doing here. She's basically taking a loan by giving you a stock in exchange for the marker.
If you don't pay the loan, you get burnt.
Yeah.
Or
And if you pay it, you're cool. So what you can do with this card is like, because the Ana level 3 is so expensive to actually resolve for effect, you can use this card to subsidize it and just say that, well, I'm level 1, so what do I care about 1 more damage? Or you can even put one of these in the back row and then leave it there until either forever or until you can afford to pay the stock. Maybe it's a free stock, it's a free payout basically. Or as Kevin alluded to, we can play the 1/0 lemon and you can kill a card and then bounce this, which is also funny because then it basically gives you the stock for free and doesn't matter. So I think this card is really cool. It actually works very well for the deck it's in, and I think it really helps the level 1 combos, like the 1k1 version of this deck do its thing, and even the standby version, it can help quite a bit. So I'm inclined to give this a 3, maybe a 4. I'll probably give it a 4. I actually really like this card quite a bit. But
4.
Also because I value the level 3 Ana, obviously.
But no, on the other hand, you have the event. It's just fine too. The 1/0 event from TD.
Yes.
Alright. 2-1 Ana. During your turn, this gets plus 6k power, so it's 9-5 offense, 3-5 defense. And when it's reversed, send this to memory. Send Toto to memory. And if you are level 2 or higher, choose up to one of the 3-2 Ana from your hand. Place the stage in any slot by paying 1 and sending this memory to waiting room. And it has 2 souls for no reason.
This card is also pretty funny. This card is probably the best version of the send to memory. Obviously, I don't care about grabbing the event. This card just reams my opponent. Is 9-5, so it's nice and big, and then it goes to memory to summon the best card to summon of the 3 as well. So, the card's good. I'll give this a 4. I think this works very, very well for the deck, and I'm really happy this was the card they gave her.
3-2 Ana. For each of your U character in your level zone, this gets plus 2k power. So if you're level 3, she's a 12-5. If you're level 4, she's a 14-5. And when it's placed on stage from hand, drop the 2 cards, discard 2 cards, and choose up to 1 card from your stock, top of your deck, and put it in stock. So draw 2, ditch 2, blind stock 1. And when it attacks, if you have 2 or more U characters, you may discard 2 cards. If you do, deal X damage to your opponent. S is equal to 1 if you have 3 or less youth characters in your level zone. X is equal to 2 if you have 4 more youth characters in your level. So if your level 4 is a burn 2, it's 2 burn 2.
Yeah, if you're a level 4, you are a 14-5 burn 2 with a full board. Otherwise, you're a 12-5 burn 1. I wish this card actually cantripped and wasn't just 1 stock, because obviously ditch 2 is pretty expensive for its effect, but maybe they felt like that would be too good. This card is like interesting though. I'll give it a 2. I don't know how playable. It's like probably a pretty fine off finisher. You probably will play some amount of this card. Because the 1 stock dig for CX while also giving you an extra way to finish the game. So, especially when one of your Anas go to memory to, play the game. So, yeah, not too bad.
0-0 Tiara. When this is placed on stage from hand, choose one of your opponent's back row character whose level is higher than your opponent's level. During your opponent's next standby phase, that character does not stand. And when it's placed on stage from hand, you can pay 1, discard 1 card. If you do, salvage 1, and pump 1 other characters 1k. Drop salvage.
So this is the anti-standby card, but it's not the good version. It's the harder to use version. I wish this was just the anti-move. I think those are a lot better. But drop salvage is okay. I'll give it a 2. It's like fine.
Zero Ana. If this card doesn't mark underneath it, this gets plus 3k power. On play, reveal top card of your deck. If it's a youth character or event, place underneath the card face down as a marker. It is its key. Well,
did Nitsuki get a level? Oh no.
No, she's just 4k.
No, he's just 4k. Yeah, it's just, this card's fine. Give it a 2. It's a perfectly fine oversize.
Dos. 0-0 Ana. At the start of your encore step, if you're another youth character, you may discard 1 card, sack the pan 6. If you do, check top 2, add up to 2 youth characters from among them. Then send the rest to waiting room and choose up to 1 of your opponent's level 0 or lower characters. Send it to waiting room. And you act rest this to choose 1 of your youth character. This turn it gets plus 1k power.
You get to kill their brainstorm. Wow. Is this the fucking the Dorobo Neko thingy? Yeah, I think so. I think it was this scene, but whatever. It's got bad. All level 0 combos in this set are bad, man. It feels bad.
It's bad.
Oh god. My camera like killed itself. What the fuck, Kevin? Is that me? Is it actually me or is it you?
You
No,
like moved around and got out of focus.
I don't know, man. It's fine for me. It's been fine for me. I don't know. Anyhow, this card's bad. I'm gonna give it a 1.
Okay.
I like the card in the CX though.
Okay.
You can
1-0 Ana. It's a ditch 2 anti-change counter to bottom deck. Anti-EP counter.
2.
2.
She's wearing fake glasses. Fucking faker.
Oh, faker glasses are real. I think.
What?
Faker.
Faker glasses? I mean, I said fake glasses, but yeah.
Are you ready to watch MSI tomorrow?
Probably. Oh no! What time is it at? I might not be able to because I might be in the city.
1 p.m. my time, so 3 p.m. your time.
Oh no, I'll be in New York. I'll be in the city for a work meeting. Spoge, man.
Spoge, man. Don't worry. The first week is like shitters.
True.
All right, 1-0 Sayo. Once placed on stage from hand, if you have 2 or more other youth or teacher characters, you may draw 1 card. If you do, discard 1 card. Then when it's attacks, choose 1 of your other youth characters or teacher characters until the end of your opponent's next turn. It gets plus 1500 power and hand encore and is off trait.
Yeah, off trait cards, Smoge. Toa fine, not off trait Toa though. It's off trait flat. There's this card. There's no way to grab teacher. So I don't even think any of the combos grab card. They all grab character. So give it a 1, unfortunately.
Your traitless brainstorms can hit it. Traitless salvage brainstorms.
Was one of them traitless?
I think the Chica one was Maru.
Oh, they're both traitless, I think.
Okay.
Kumari. But okay, sure, your brainstorm can get
1-0 Ana. When this card's battle points reverse, if it's 6 in your 6 area, you can blind stock 1.
Yeah, no. The TD combo. Oh, God, you have to play this card. You might actually have to play this card. I don't know, man. I hate the ones that are 5k so much. Like this is my least favorite version of like the stalkers. It really, really is. But I'll give it a 2, I guess.
Gonna be at least 6k. Like assault load.
Yeah, like just give it a little bit of extra power. Give it the condition. Make it 4k off turn or whatever, and then just give it a little bit of power, please.
1-1 Ana. Continuous assist during your turn. The character in front of this gets plus X power. Exceed your level, not the card's level. Minus 5 points. So if you're level 4, this is a 2k assist.
Wow.
Act. Discard 1 card. Rest this. Choose 1 of your other characters. Return to hand. Wait, you can return a 2-0 to hand? Wait a minute.
New tech.
Oh, I didn't even know this card existed. I forgot about this card.
So there you go. This is the card you can play. You can spend a stock into this to start just recycling your 2-0 over and over and over. It's pretty good because this deck can actually afford the discard since the 2-1 is summoned from waiting room. So you actually have a lot of hand because Ana requires no hand at all.
Oh, 2-1 summons from hand.
No, it doesn't. It summons from waiting room, doesn't it?
From your hand.
Oh, this was from hand. Was the other one from waiting room?
No, all of them were from hand. All of them were from hand.
Oh, I guess I misread them before. That's unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really expensive then. Probably too expensive to actually do, but it is funny. That's unfortunate. Look, we talked about this last week, and I said from Grave, and I said it costs no hand, and you're just like, yeah.
I meant the combo itself costed no hand. I thought that was what you were talking about, because of the pay 5, clock 3, you don't use any hand.
No, I was talking about summoning it, man. Like, the whole thing costs no hand, but whatever, it's fine. Doesn't really change anything. But, yeah, I mean, I'd give this card a 2, though. It's funny. It works well with the actual thing you're playing.
She can undo her depth. She just looks cute and says, please give me more time. Cancel my depth.
True.
0/0 Ana. If it's in your front row center slot, this gets plus 3k power, so it's a 3/5 cross turn, and when it's stays from hand, you may pay 2. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters, return it hand. You might just play this as a bouncer. I don't think we have a 2/1 bouncer.
Yeah, I thought about that too. This probably is just your bouncer of choice, which is fine. It's fine. It's a 2.
2. 0/0 Ana. All your other youth character gets plus 500 power, so global 5. After the rest of this, choose one youth character, this turn gets plus 1/5. It is a TD card again.
No. Yeah, no TD card. I'm good. Give it a 1. Go next.
0/0 Kolto. Brainstorm, rest this. Flip over the top 2 cards of your deck. Send them to waiting room in any order. Then your opponent mills X cards. X is equal to the level of the second card sent to waiting room by this effect times the level of the first card sent to waiting room by this effect.
This card is it's the top bottom debate about Yaoi.
Yeah, the whole scene is they're discussing about who's on top and who's
a character.
bottom.
Yeah. They talk about one ship, which was the top, which was the bottom, and they're just so you get to just pick it yourself. You are making the debate happen.
But if any of them are 0, which means they don't have a dick.
That's crazy.
But
yeah, so funny flavor card, not a real card to play, so it's a 1. But it's funny. And we do like the funny cards.
1/0 Ana. When it's placed in stage from hand, choose one of your opponent's characters until the end of your opponent's next turn. It gains the following ability. Continuous, this cannot move to other slots. And when it's reversed, if the battle opponent's cost is 0 or lower, you may send that character to the following opponent's deck.
Yeah, I mean, this card is, like, fine. I guess. I just wish it was 0. If this was 0, I'd be a lot happier with it, but it's fine. I'll give it a 2. I still think there's always a place for the anti-runner effects.
1/0 Tiara. If you have another 2/0 Yumiko, this gives plus 3k power. And you can, when it's placed in stage from hand, you can clock yourself 1. If you do, use up to 1 2/0 Yumiko from your hand and place it on stage in any slot.
Yeah, these are like little pair combo. It's cute. I don't think they're very good. You get a 7k and an 8k out of it. Yeah, it's like fine. It's funny. It's a +1, I guess. Is it a +1? No, it's from hand. So
nope, it's from hand.
You pause if they live. Yeah. Give it a 1. I don't know. I don't really want to think about it, to be honest. It makes me sad.
All right, this is the card viewers talking about standby pants. 1/0 Ana. If your Tomb Raider youth character, this gets plus 2,160 power, so she'll be a 6k cross turn. And Encore, you can put 1 youth character from your waiting room on the bottom of your clock.
The clock Encore.
Okay, can we talk about how come Yom is 6/5 with the second effect and this one's only 6k?
Wait, is Yom 6/5?
What's Yom 6k?
I think Yom is 6k. Which I mean, okay, still, even then.
Can we go over why Yom is 6k and this is of a second effect and this is 6k without a second effect?
Well, the answer 4k heroine, yeah, crazy. Well, the answer is simple, right? It's that card was a mistake.
Okay.
So Yam was a mistake. I think they know Yam was a mistake, and they're just like, we're not doing this again, man. Like not again. So this card's fine though. I think this card it's a fucking 6K Clock Encore. But because you're playing a deck that needs a standby, this helps you make sure you can actually get to 2 to resolve the effect when you want to, and you don't get stuck at 1. So it has value. It's a 2. Fine. Only one deck is going to play it realistically. But
1/1 Chihaya. One is placed on stage from hand. View the top player deck. If that card is a youth character, choose one of your opponent's front row character. This turn gets minus 4k power, so it's kind of Def Gun-esque. When it's reversed, if the opponent's level is higher than your opponent's level, you may send that character to the bottom of your opponent's deck. The bottom deck Adachi.
I mean, this can like kill 2 things or help you kill 2 things. As an Adachi, it is actually probably pretty good. The minus 4k is like a lot.
Wasn't it the first Adachi we've seen? Is there another Adachi?
Yes, this is the first Adachi. No, we have not seen another
That's
Adachi.
crazy.
Yeah, usually I feel like sets getting like 2 of them. Sometimes they get one in every color.
Yeah.
But we get some other chaff instead. But yeah, this card's pretty good. I'll give it a 2. I think this is actually an Adachi worth playing if you want to play an Adachi. And I know the West likes Adachis, where I know our friend has explained to us multiple times Japan does not like Adachis, but we're not Japan.
I don't play Adachis anymore.
I don't either, but that's beside the point.
No good decks to use it. I know.
Yeah.
2/0 Yumiko. If you have another 1/0 Tiara, this gets plus 5k power, so it's a 8/5. And all your other 1/0 Tiara gets 2k power, so you get a 9k. Wait, that's wrong.
Yeah, we talked about 8k, 8,
6k.
5? 7k.
7k. 8k plus 7k.
Yeah, 7k Tiara and a...
She like copy and pasted.
Yes. This card, the Tiara is an 8k, is like...
Tiara 7k and Yumiko's
8/5.
8/5.
8/5. Yeah. Yeah, so you get a 7k and an 8/5 for a clock. I'm good. I don't like it very much, but...
They had 2 soul, or they also gave soul that be...
Yeah. If they did something else, we'd be talking something different here, but they don't. So we're not. Yeah, so what?
1/0 event. If you have 2 less youth characters, this cannot be played from hand. This can be played without money color requirement. Check 4, add a youth character. Is a torch event.
So, torch obviously fine. It's deck speed. You actually kind of really need it. As I said before, there's not a lot of deck speed in this set. There's a lemon PR that we're gonna talk about in a minute. That's just a Fuka. That's a PR, so we won't have it for a bit.
And he grabs this. The choice level 1 combo can grab events. Why doesn't it grab this?
Oh, did it actually?
Well, I
think I forgot that it grabbed the event.
I specifically said that. I was like, you can grab the TD ones.
I ignored you.
You motherfucker.
I ignored you. But well, also because I'm just pilled on standby. But yeah, I mean it's fine if you so. Nothing else grabs it though, unfortunately. Where like that's probably not the deck that wants this more than anything, but unfortunately, nothing that would want to play this probably grabs it. But you can. Otherwise, you're just gonna play Vanilla Torch like decks have before. Which I mean, it's not gonna be the first, right? There's plenty of decks that play Vanilla Torch. 2, fine. I don't think Vanilla Torch is anything special nowadays, right? But
nope. All right, PRs. This is a reprint of the Clock Encore one. Give it 2. Begin. This is only in the Card Fest tournament that we had. That already happened. It's already over. The Shirokuro Card Fest one. Oh. Yeah, it's just Shirokuro. That PR's been out, and it's probably expensive. I don't know. Next we have 0/0 Lemon, which is July-August shop tournament PR. So starting next week, you can get these PR cards. Once attacks, choose one of your characters. This turn gets plus 1k power. So she can either be a 2k or she can be a 1k pump. And once it's sent from stage to waiting room, you can discard 1 card if you do. Check top 4 out of the 1 or higher card from among them.
Yeah,
is she
so
Brazilian? No, she's just tanned. She's like a track and field runner.
She's outside. Yeah, she's just outside. So
that's Japan's notion.
Tan.
If you go out, if you playing track and field, you're like tan as fuck.
Yeah. You're just out there, pale skin versus sun. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this card's like actually fine, right? Pump 1k is good. Fuka's fine. If we play event, even better. It's a way to grab the event. The green yellow is the year. So they're all the colors are based on what year they are.
Her hairpin is lemon
It's a lemon.
motif.
Yeah. It is the motif, right? Realistically, they gave her green yellow because lemon, but it's supposed to be the year that they're in. Whatever. But yeah, 3, the Fuka. You're probably gonna need it.
Three, two, Ana. This is a reprint of the stock EP. If your opponent has 3 or a level 3 or higher, or just X's, CS months. Then your turn gets 3 power, 11k turn. Off turn.
Just sort of.
Ocular.
Yep.
What'd you give us again?
Fine, we talked
2?
3, 2. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, just a reprint of the other one.
It
has a PR plus art.
It's the fine. Yeah, it's the fine filler early play.
You need to play this if you want to play Max Rare, because it has a PR plus version.
Yeah, I suppose so. Legally, you have to.
Yeah, and that's all.
That is all. That is Makeine.
Alright, what's our final?
Pretty quick set.
Overall, it's all. Everyone knows it's just all in the level 5 card.
Yeah, that's the card people bought this for, obviously. Or if you just like the set, I think. Really, I was really hard on Lemon. Because I'm being hard on the set in general. I think she is perfectly fine. She's fine. Komari is better. What?
She green yellow because she's a Brazilian.
No. Yeah, I mean.
I understand that.
But the Lemon is a perfectly fine card because the event helps make her good. Komari is probably the safest combo you can play. The level 5 is the coolest one you can play. It is mechanically interesting. I do think the level 5 thing is actually pretty good as long as you can get it on early, which is why I'm inclined to believe in the standby versus the 1k1 stuff. The 1k1 stuff makes me a little bit more sus, but it's probably fine. If you can go to level 3, you do the combo with your stuff, and you cut yourself, you go like double Ana, you basically get to do your combo at 2, and then say, please don't kill me from like 2-3. Which is like, okay. Your combos are fine. Your cards, there's like nothing spectacular in this set, right? It's just level 5 is the whole thing, and you're probably building around the level 5 cards, which I think Ana did get the coolest card. She got the bounce to hand thingy. She got the 2-0.
You may say she's the winning heroine.
I mean, she was winning heroine from the moment I fucking saw her, so like it didn't matter. She won my heart.
Oh.
But I don't think this set is a 2 out of 5. I think it is just as all the others average sets of the in Weiss Schwarz, it's a 3 out of 5. I think unlike a lot of other sets in Weiss, this has an actually like interesting build around, which is not very often we get. So I think it is very, very infrequent that we get a build around nowadays. That's like, wow, this is like, because I remember that it used to be so many cards. Like this card is the coolest card in the set. You're building around this card because it's so sick. We don't get that much anymore. Now it's like, yeah, these are good cards. We like this set because these are all just a bunch of fucking good cards. But this is actually like game-changingly cool. So
actually,
I like
game-changing.
I think going level 5 is game-changing.
Oh, I wish Donna got an interesting build run. What do you mean you don't love merging?
Yeah, you don't love just being a merge. Give me my Bushiro cookie cutter set. You have Gaku Mask, bro. Go play Gaku Mask if you want.
You don't love being like whatever that set that had merge after Logi got hit.
Alice Gear? Gurren Lagann?
Gurren Lagann. Well, that's it. Alice Gear, Gurren Lagann wasn't fully merge focused.
No, but it was the first. It was actually the first set that had merge.
His Nightmare was a merge set. But I don't think his Nightmare is more of a bond set than a merge set, wasn't it? Wait, it's
Wait,
Nightmare
never had merge?
Oh, it's just a heavily bond set.
Okay, this guy's beaming. All right. Yeah, because Nightmare was bond. That was Kizuna, man. Kizunaiva. Come on.
Oh, Darling in the Franks. That's what it was.
Franks, yeah.
Yeah. Don't. What do you mean you don't like being the Franks to Hianachi? Like
Franks was also almost so fucking cool, man.
But
It was actually like
Donna
almost
Dawn
so
to Alice
cool.
Gear is literally Frank's to Hinalogy. Yeah, one OP
Yeah,
as fuck merge deck, and then the next merge deck complete dog shit.
yeah, because they're like, oh man, we can't make it that good again. It's like, just make it good. Just make it good. It's okay.
Every merge deck should have Merlin based and true
Mm.
and factual.
I like wish I could call you cringe, but like it is the card that actually makes the merge decks look pretty good. Or you're Alice Gear and you're just a fucking broken standby deck, I guess.
I have Frank's and
But
Tiz Sniper in the same box. Is that box that I do
that's
not play
crazy.
these Weiss decks anymore
Yeah,
box?
the fucking the trigger Hellscape box. That's crazy. Godspeed,
I played
man.
Hinalogy last week and remembered why we killed Merlin the first time. True. Dude, when we played
Yeah,
Super
dude,
Neo Standard and I brought Hinalogy, I was like, I'm so powerful. Again.
And you bullied all your friends because you convinced them that they didn't need to play Adachi's, and then they couldn't kill the card, and then
Like,
you just farm them.
hallelujah, dude.
Hallelujah, none of you playing Adachi's? I'm farming, man.
Oh, my friend who played East Side did play the Adachi changer for some reason. And then he just
Yeah?
couldn't find him in time. Before I already queued a massive advantage.
That's tragic.
That's correct.
I feel for him.
All
You're
right.
a bully.
With that being said, we might
That is a
plan
set.
something on Sunday. No, it's pretty much 100%. We won't talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
then
mean, we can talk about it now. It doesn't really matter. They already know. It doesn't really matter, right?
okay, we'll do a JP tier list on
Yeah.
Sunday.
For the Ohio people, they're doing like their event, so we're gonna help them build their points JP tier list style thing for their event because they asked us to. So we'll do it on
For
Sunday.
whatchamacallit, next week, are we gonna do Harukaze?
Is that next week?
Set list already dropped.
Oh. Let's push it back a week since it's just a user set, and then because we have all this filler now,
Yeah.
so I think it's probably better if we push it off a week.
Then outside of that, we don't have another stream until Toy Story comes out on fucking August 1st.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, so maybe we'll try to find something to do to fill in that void as well, but who knows? But until then, guys. So we'll see you on Sunday if you can come out and you care about our opinions on a tier list for whatever reason.
Okay, bye-bye.
And otherwise, bye-bye.
Oh yeah, Harukaze comes up.
Oh.
Literally
Okay,
today.
well, yeah, we'll push that back 2 weeks because it's a rose set, and we'll just do it when it's convenient.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.